Welcome to Fabulously Flawed with your host, Marni, where Mondays mean motivation, and by Wednesday, we're dishing out dazzling advice with a Newsweek twist. This is your go-to spot for embracing the mess, celebrating the successes, and never letting anyone dull your sparkle. Join us for laughs, life lessons, and a whole lot of fun. Fabulously Flawed, where perfect is overrated and every flaw is fabulous.
Hey, fabulously flawed friends, fabulous listeners, fabulous everybody. Welcome to Fabulously Flawed. I am your host, Marni, and thank you for joining me on my Wednesday Newsweek edition or episode. What is Newsweek episode, Marni? Which I say before every episode, it seems. Well, I have the humbled and honored privilege to be an opinion piece writer for Newsweek. A lot of the situations where they have people write in under what should I do, lifestyle, parenting, how do I handle life, like all these different questions and scenarios people write in, how they should handle it. Now, of course, the scenarios are different from what you're going through, but the emotions that are felt from these people's experiences are universal and across the board. So every Wednesday, I love to read an article and talk about why I wrote what I did, and possibly you can find yourself relating somehow, because it's all about self-love, motivation, empowerment across the board on whoever I'm writing advice for. So this week it is a woman. She said her boyfriend, commenters have urged a woman to leave her boyfriend because he makes no effort to hide his utter dislike of her two dogs. Ooh. In a post, earlier this month, the woman said her boyfriend, with whom she's in a serious relationship for the past 18 months since her divorce, dislikes her dogs and doesn't even try to hide it. She says, I have 4 kids, fairly busy house, and 2 dogs. She said they're both pretty well behaved in the scheme of things, cockapoo, non-yappy types, will happily go into their crate together when directed and curl up together. She doesn't even need to say that, they're fur babies. She continued, they do, however, bark if they hear the doorbell, someone on the path. They don't bark otherwise. I'm just reading this and thinking, you all hear Hershey in my background sometimes. So this is just, of course, they're dogs. They sit on the floor or dog beds, never sofa or beds or bedrooms. My house does not smell of dogs at all. They don't shed hair or slobber. The American Pet Products Association National Pet Owner Survey found 70% of U.S. households, or 90.5 million homes, own a pet, with 70 million of them having a dog. Of course, when she met her boyfriend, she knew he wasn't a dog person, which wasn't a problem for her, even though in an ideal world he would be. It feels like now the relationship is very established and he makes no effort to hide his utter dislike of them. He barks when he gets upset when they bark at the doorbell, when they brush past him. He won't even refer to them by name, just that dog is at the dishwasher, etc. He will come on dog walks, but I suppose it's under sufferance. Oh, poor dude. I just find it really upsetting and hostile. I love him and lots about him. He's thoughtful, kind, and caring. He does not get and like that having the dogs makes me feel safer when the kids are with their dad and stepmom and I'm on my own. If the situation were reversed, she would try to make an effort to like his pets, she said. Since her dogs have about 5 more years, it saddens her to see him shudder every time they're around. Okay, I'm reading this thinking I could jump in, forgetting I wrote my opinion. So, empowerment coach Marni Goldman told Newsweek that after a divorce, the one thing we all need is peace, and that doesn't seem as if the woman has it. Addressing the poster, Goldman said, right now you're a super mom with a full plate of 4 children and 2 fur babies. If you're going to share your time with anyone, they should bring out the best in you, not the stressed version of you. Unfortunately, not everyone has the same belief that dogs are a man's best friend. Bottom line, it's a deal breaker. We shouldn't ask anybody to pretend to do or be something they're not. You deserve authenticity and love, Goldman continued. If you want to go a little bit deeper, it's not about him pretending to like the dog. You're not allowing yourself to understand your worth. Show yourself love. Your heart knows not to settle for anything less. If it's not 100% happiness, Next. Bye. See you next. Ariana Grande. So this is the thing. When he said he wasn't a dog person in the beginning, it was a red flag. But you know what? You turned it pink because you're thinking, like we all do, well, maybe he'll become a dog person. Of course, he'll get used to liking my little fur babies. Who wouldn't? I mean, the second anybody would not accept a dog, bye. I mean, who doesn't love a fur baby? Come on, unless you were attacked as a child. But most people love animals. And for somebody to come over and not be kind to our fur baby is kind of like not being kind to our children. And this woman needs to say goodbye, good riddance. I want to have, a fur baby farm if I want to. So in life, we see situations, and this is a clear example of seeing a red flag, turning it pink and hoping maybe he'll change. And what happens is now you've spent more time that you cannot get back with somebody who's going to end up being a complete waste of time, who doesn't even allow your baby, your fur, I don't even say dogs, I call them fur babies, to jump on the couch with you or your bed. I mean, my dog would snuggle in my womb, and if he wanted to. I mean, Hershey literally is like my baby. Our dogs are our babies. So I think this guy's a jerk. So if you are in any kind of relationship with anyone, whether it's friendship, work, relationships, in-laws, family, if you see red flags with people, there are red flags for a reason. They're not pink. They are red. So I want all the ladies out there listening to know your worth, know you are friggin' badass, raise your worth, add those taxes, and don't settle. Do not settle, because we don't get time back. We don't. I would love for us to say, rewind, play. Let's go back a few years. Let's go back a few months. You can't. So for the right here and right now, use your time wisely. And if somebody doesn't accept everything about you, everything, the good, the bad, the silly, the funny, the fur babies, tell them goodbye. Goodbye, and buy yourself another dog, adopt another dog. I didn't mean buy, I meant go out and adopt a dog, and instead of him, find yourself another fur baby, which I'm going to go look up now because I get these rescues sent to me all the time, and I think Hershey needs a friend. So on next week, I'll let you all know how it went with me looking up adopting a dog. And I know my husband's listening right now saying, oh no, she doesn't, but he knows I need it. So on that note, guys, have a beautiful, beautiful, wicked Wednesday. I cannot believe I'm seeing it tomorrow. It hasn't processed or hit me yet. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Never let anyone burst your bubble. Never let anyone burst your Glinda bubble. Remember, you can never be angry while saying the word bubble. Hint, hint. And never, ever, ever, ever let anybody dull your sparkle. Thank you guys so much for listening, and tune in tomorrow where Taylor and I get ready to go see Wicked. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for tuning in to Fabulously Flawed. Remember, every Tuesday and Thursday, it's your time to join Marni and Taylor, the mother-daughter duo that's redefining family time with a twist, putting the fun in dysfunction, one episode at a time. Craving more? Visit us at fabulouslyflawed.com. And don't miss out on the feel-good vibes with our exclusive merch at fabulouslyflawed.net. That's with 2 Ds on Etsy. Keep your sparkles shining and spread that fabulous energy.